This is making coffee. How very exciting. Welcome to another product review. Now, in this case, this one is kind of out of the blue. This is one of the first times a manufacturer has gotten in touch with me and said, hey, can we send you some product to review? And I said yes. So first things first, I have not paid for this product. I'll tell you what it is in a second. Secondly, I'm not being paid to promote it. I don't get commission on it. They have offered a discount code to you if you want to buy one, but I don't benefit if you do, right? They just got in touch. This seemed amusing and ridiculous to me, so I said yes. So what have we here? This is the Cisno battery-powered Nespresso maker. So it is a portable battery-powered coffee machine, which to some extent we have been waiting for some time. Probably more so battery-powered grinders, but they're technically just a lot more challenging. But now we have, if you need Nespresso on the go, then this is your thing. Now there are other portable espresso machines out there. Some of them use the kind of paper pods. I think the ESE pods. Some of them use ground coffee. Some of them use Nespresso pods. Now, in sending me the instructions for this, they were very clear that I had to use Nespresso branded original pods because they use very thin aluminium on them. And if you used some of the plastic pods, then you could damage this machine. I've gone and bought a little bit of Nespresso because who doesn't need that in their life? And I will be using that today. I will be, after the review, testing it out with some other sort of aluminium pods that you say you shouldn't use, just to see if it does actually break the needles that puncture the capsule, but it seems stupid to damage the machine before I review it. So, the usage is pretty simple. In the top goes your water. Now, this thing claims to be able to make 100 cups on a full charge, and that is only on one condition, and that condition is that you put boiling, very hot water in the top. If you want to put cold water in, which you can do also, this will heat it up, but it will take 10 to 12 minutes to do so. So, water in the top. For this first brew, I'm going to use hot water. I have a handily boiled kettle right here. I'm going to fill it up. There is a max fill liner. I'm going to go a little bit below that because, you know, I'm not into the super big, long Nespresso things. So, screw that in. Now in the bottom, maybe I should have done this another way around. In the bottom is where your capsule goes. Today I should be brewing the Levanto pod from Nespresso. So, your capsule goes in. You screw on your little base plate thing. And then this is your cup, if you want to use a cup. Put it all together, and then you got your power button on the front, and it says to push the power button for 5 seconds if you want to brew with hot water. It should beep twice. And away we brew. So you can hear the little pump inside there going. It's extra loud because it's on a table. That's how it normally sounds. And so right now, this is making coffee. How very exciting. Still making coffee. Something's changed. Are we done? Are we nearly done? We have coffee. So what we should find in the bottom here is a delicious, freshly brewed espresso, which we sort of vaguely have here, which is well, it's about as good as the coffee that we put in at the start. I'm kind of curious to brew this again just into a regular cup, right? Because this is just sitting on the bottom, right? So I just want to see what's happening if I brew another one. So I'm going to do that now. If we have a small cup, that'd be great. Okay, so we're ready to brew a second time. So water's in, coffee is in, but I'm not putting the little cup on the bottom here. I'm just going to brew into this little espresso cup, see how it looks. Wish me luck. 1. Okay, here we go. We're making coffee. I don't think I put enough water in. It seems angry. And we're done. That works. It's probably pretty simple inside. I'm not going to take it to pieces, though maybe I could. No, I will not take it to pieces right now. You've clearly got some sort of element in here and some sort of vibe pump. If you have hot water, it's just going to be pumped through a capsule. It's going to make espresso just fine. It's a very simple way of making coffee, actually. So it definitely works. Now, they definitely think you're going to travel with this. They think you're going to be a traveler. It does have one nice feature. They've thought about this. On the back of it, the battery compartment here, this is the battery for it. This comes out and disconnects because you can't take this on a plane if it's in the hold luggage, right? Any battery like this, any lithium-ion battery, has to go into your carry-on. So if you don't want to put this in your carry-on, but you're going to put at least this bit in your carry-on, right? So, and I guess it's probably good that the battery is replaceable in terms of longevity. It's not obviously a big battery. Its capacity is about 29 watt hours. So, not a big battery at all. But it'll brew, in theory, 3 espressos from cold with I assume, a full water tank. Because obviously you can play with the amount of water in here depending on how you want to brew your espresso, whether you want something more ristretto, more lungo, it'll be a pretty big shot. There's a good amount of water that goes in the top there. They have also included, let me put this back together, which is pretty easy to do, the all-important car charger for when you're driving, I assume, cross-country, and you just have to have an espresso right now. I assume it's for people who camp, and that's very sensible. This is clearly, I don't camp much. That may shock you. Maybe this is very important to people who camp as a sort of power source, but surely the point is you charge this thing before you go camping, but I guess maybe you're going for a week or something. I don't really know. So this is the Cisno Nespresso maker. It is, I think, about £100. There's a discount code if you want one below. Now, in doing a little bit of research for this, there are other very similar products out there, and it's slightly uncomfortable having talked about like rip-offs and that kind of stuff in the past. I don't know who launched what product first. They seem to be extremely similar in design across a number of different brands, but I don't think anyone's doing anything or has really created a brand in the market for doing these things yet that other people are ripping off. Let's break this down into things that I like and things that I don't like. Things that I like, the way it works, you know what I mean? Like it's a pretty simple operation. You put a capsule in, you push the button, you get coffee. I don't know if you'll get 100 shots for sure. I'm honestly not going to test it. I don't know if you'll definitely get 3 full from cold, but you get pretty close, I suspect, with the capacity of the battery there. As for things I don't like as much, it's about as beautiful as like an Echo, an Amazon Echo, which is not beautiful. It's heavy, actually, and that's, if you are packing this, taking it away with you, it's not light. You know what I mean? It's a pretty solid, heavy-duty thing. So if you go camping all the time and you just desperately need to wake up to a little bit of George Clooney, then sure, this is probably a pretty reasonable option. I don't know what else is out there except some of the hand pump kind of things. And so this is definitely more convenient. If space isn't an issue, if weight isn't an issue, if it's easy to charge, this may be a great little thing to take camping, as long as you're not hiking up a mountain to camp at the top of that, because it is just a little bit heavy. But it does what it says it does. If you want something like this, as I said, there's a discount code below. If you're not into it, that's okay. I, again, do not receive any sort of commission or kickback on this. This just seemed like a fun thing to try and to review. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Have a great day.